Hello everyone, welcome back to a very rainy and dark evening here on the Netrock server. I hope you're all doing okay today. I am doing just fine, thank you very much. Hope you are all staying safe and washing your hands a lot and all that sort of nonsense. Before we get going today, I'm just gonna intersperse a little bit of footage here. So Sammy's been working on tower product type building thing. I'm not entirely sure. A big tall tower, and he keeps on well, succumbing to gravity, shall we say. So I went over to his place and just dropped him off a little gift, just because I want to help. It sucks to see him succumb to gravity so frequently. Additionally, Nay came back to the server for the first time, and while we were doing a little journey around, we came across a friend. Ooh, get out of here. Who you think you are? Ooh, twins. Get out of here. Hey, what the? Why is my house so dangerous? It is kind of dark. Alrighty, so I've actually got one more thing to show you before we crack on with what we've been up to, or what we're going to be getting on with this episode. And for this we need to head all the way back over to my little mesa staging area, because I've been doing a little bit of work over there. Nothing you'll notice immediately, but oh, that's unfortunate. But I will show you. We're just gonna Tarzan swing through the vines. There we go. Honestly, that's my favourite part of this journey. I'm just going to Tarzan swing through there, and I will show you what we've been up to. Oh my goodness, the zombies have been going overtime. There's twins again. Good grief. Oh, and here come the parents as well, just to rub it in. Get out of here. Anyway, yes, so what I have to show you is just down here. Yes, I have been working in the cave spiders, the cave spider spawners. So I've got the spawning rooms all set out, ready to do some work and turn it into a farm. However, oh, I've been struggling. Cave spiders, when did they get so... Oh, they're just impossible to work with. They just stick to everything. They climb up everything. Look at the space that I have set aside to try and farm these things. It's crazy. I'm sure that you don't need this much space. But I'm all out of ideas. I have absolutely no idea how to farm these guys. How do you even farm spiders? Ooh, fell down the scaffold. The other spawner's just up in there. I don't even know. I'm thinking we may need to just crunch it down to 2 spawners, because this setup that I've got down here for these 2 alone is absurd. Like, I'm not even convinced that that's going to work. I've already had to tear out and rebuild one design. So I'm just... I have no idea. But when I have got a design that works, we will come over and we will have a little look and play around with that. I also need to check on Adam and Steve. It's been absolutely ages. Are they still here? Yeah, they are. Good. That's wonderful. As long as they don't die, we will be fine. Anyway, back off to the jungle. We have a... Oh, there's the beacon just coming in. Back off to the jungle because we have some work to do. Alrighty, so as you can see, we have begun deforesting part of our nice little island right here. So I've cleared out absolutely loads of trees, and you know what? It was very nice and therapeutic. I've had a lot of fun, kind of clearing out so many trees. The most irritating part is all the undergrowth down here. Like there's normally like one little log just tucked away that stops loads of the leaves from despawning, and you've got to dig through and find it. There he is, you see. And you know, of course, I have been using the fancy tree leaves so that we can see the logs, but it's just such a pain to try and get through all of these and deal with them. Gosh darn it! But it's the curse that we have to bear for living in the jungle. It's part of our job in getting this place fit for our future. We do need to clear out all of the trees. The beacon right here helped tremendously. Like, it's not quite insta-mine for wood, but hey, there's a baby chicken. Where did you come from? Oh, it's an adult chicken. Sorry, my bad. But okay, well, welcome to the house. So I have built a little bit of a sign here, and the sign actually is the first problem. Obviously, we're going to be getting a whole heap of jungle wood, which is fantastic, but the problem is that it has the rotated log texture, as you can kind of see, as opposed to all the other trees where the bark runs vertical. This one runs horizontal, so it's a little bit more difficult to build with. And as we're going to have so much of it, the idea was that we were going to build with most of it. But I'm sure it's a challenge that we will face together. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, I have created a little to-do list right here. You can't really tell because the dark wood signs are horrible for writing on. It's just I have an absolute abundance of that wood where I've been digging out the mine shaft, so it was just what was nice and easy to hand. So we need to tidy the coastline a little bit. And what I'm going to do is just get on my camera account at some point so that we can have a little look around and see what we need to do. I don't particularly like the little beaches just around the sides, so I want to get those replaced with grass, maybe smooth off the terrain going into the river a little bit, and also as well just tidy up little nicks and bits and pieces all around the coastline just to make it a bit nicer, more presentable and a little bit more flat. Just take away some of the Minecraft world generation a little bit and turn it into something a bit more that I like. We also have a job to flatten the land, so that is mainly the hill right behind the beacon here to which I am referring. I do just want to get that crunched down a little bit. It's currently a little bit too sharp and jagged for my liking. I want to get it down to a much flatter level, like where the beacon is situated. A little bit of variation in the height of the terrain, but on the whole just kind of flattened out a little bit. And the third job, the one we're going to do today, is build a bridge. So I've marked out a little area. This area right here is going to be absolutely ideal because it's nice and flat. It just stretches straight along there, and it's dead opposite where we're going to be approaching from in the jungle, which will probably be from around about here, and it will just kind of snake around this little pool right here and then cross over. So we're going to get ourselves built a nice little bridge. So I've gathered a couple of bits and pieces, and I'm going to start with Old Faithful. That's right, we are going to start with oak trees. We're going to get some of the oak logs. It is the easiest and most versatile wood type to build with. As a result, I'm just going to pop a couple extra saplings. Sorry, these aren't the trees. Pop a couple extra saplings down right here just so that we can continue to get the wood whilst we are... Don't take that out of context, whatever you do. Just so that we can continue to grow trees and harvest the logs whilst we are working away. Now I've got a couple of reference images for a wooden bridge on my other monitor here, which has arrived, by the way, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be looking at it on my other monitor, and it is very, very useful to have indeed. We're gonna go right about here, I reckon, and we will just start with maybe a 5. I feel like 5 long is, or five blocks wide, sorry, for the pathway is probably good. It's probably about right for the length that this bridge is going to be. It's going to be a nice, quite a wide bridge actually. This, so 5 should be fine. If we pop another bit there, and then there you are. Just sit right there like that, I reckon. A little bit in the water is never going to hurt anyone. And then we can just pop a little bit of land just around the side here. Let's do that now. Pop a little bit of land around the side so that that just fits in a lot nicer. There we go, perfect. I would have thought the grass would start dying, but then I realised that that's not a feature that's been implemented yet. That's one of the future updates. We're still running on 1.15 at the moment. I think it's 1.16. That means that the grass will decay. So that will disappear at some point in the future. We can look out for that. Now then, let's see. Let's go up another one, because what I'm gonna do is maybe just pop some fencing in the gap, I reckon. And whilst it's doing that, it's also going to ascend. So let's make ourselves a crafting table, because I haven't got one of those to hand just yet. We'll get one of those, and I'm going to pop the wooden stairs on the side. Maybe this is what we could use different coloured wood for, is just the detailing on the side right here. So I'm going to pop the stairs here, and then we're going to get some fences to go on top, and then slabs across here so that the bridge can climb upwards. Get out of here. The bridge isn't ready for use yet. Haven't completed the risk assessment. Alrighty, so I've got a little progress update for you so far. Look at this, look at this. I know it's kind of dark at the moment and the bridge itself isn't lit up, so you can't really see it all that well currently. However, I actually quite like this a lot so far. This is coming through very, very nicely indeed. There's a couple of things I still need to figure out as well, like obviously this needs to be turned into a log block. We can't have that, that just doesn't look right, and I've probably got to do that over on the other side as well. And again for this one right here, just because I think that looks better than the log ending right there, and then you can just see the dirt underneath. I feel like it looks, that makes the bridge look a lot more grounded. That makes it look like it's solid. It looks like the logs have actually been stuck into the ground there. It just looks a bit more solid and a bit more durable than if it was just looking like this. That looks a little bit flimsy in my opinion. So I'm just going to grab these bits here and get that all polished off nicely. Perfecto. And now all that remains to do is basically to do the other side. It's not just going to be a facade. We're going to get this side done as well and complete the bridge, and hopefully by then it will be daylight and we can look at this thing in all of its magnificence and splendour. Oh yes. How is that looking? I quite like the look of this. This is turning out very, very pleasant indeed. Hey, very pleasant indeed. We've done both sides. I've got one on the left and one on the right. Both symmetrical, both identical. Currently, I have no doubt that I will somehow mess it up. There's just a couple of things that I need to do extra with this. The first thing I want to do is just pop a little bit more underneath the bridge right here. I think just a less harsh kind of incline up the bridge would probably be quite beneficial. So if we pop the slabs in here, just like that, and some more along the road right there, and then I think we're going to do the same on this side. And thankfully, because the game now allows waterlogged blocks, it now doesn't look awful when we pop slabs in water like that. Ah, fantastic. That's magnificent indeed. And I'm wondering if maybe there's some bracing that needs to go between the logs, but for the time being I think we're okay. For the time being, I really like that as a bridge. I really like it indeed. Need to get some lighting on here though, and I haven't really thought about that. I'm thinking maybe lanterns are probably a good shout rather than glowstone on this occasion. Don't get me wrong, I have got glowstone coming out of my ears. And magma blocks, right, so I've got loads of magma blocks here. For the sole purpose, right, I was reading on the wiki that apparently... Can you stop making creeper noises, please? Let's not stand too near to the parrots so that we don't get scared. So, I read on the Minecraft wiki that cave spiders cannot climb magma blocks. And I was like, fantastic. That'll make it so much easier for farming cave spiders. That's in the Bedrock version only, not Java. So I went and mined all of those magma blocks for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I'm a fool. I will admit it. Look at his face. It is one of a foolish man. Never mind. Never mind. We've got loads of magma blocks now for, I don't know, whatever we can use those for in the future. Where did I come back here? Ah, yes, lanterns. How do you make lanterns? Anyway, it's nuggets and torches. Is that right? I think that's right. Let's consult the recipe book. Lanterns. Yes, I can. What can I do with them? Yeah, nuggets and torches. Oh, well, that's nice and simple. We can do plenty of them. And... oh, one per thing, though, is a little bit stingy, I must admit. However, I can completely see why that is the case. The irony is that now I need it to be nighttime so I can see what the lights look like. Oh well. I'm sure another night will grace us with its presence soon enough. So I think I've decided, first of all, we want lanterns hanging off the side of the bridge, like this. I think I'm going to like how that looks. I only say I think at the moment because I would need some night time to be able to tell. I'm unsure what to do about the start of the bridge here. Like, I've got this one hanging off of the front here, but I'm not entirely sure I like it. We could just pop them on the side here, but I think that's kind of wasting them. I think we need to actually make a point of them, but I don't really like them hanging off right there. Maybe if we can pop it on there like that. Does that look a bit better? I think that looks better. I think that looks better than that. So I'm gonna roll with that. I think we pop one there and one there. And I also think what you do is you put a log right underneath, just like that, and then you pop a bit more dirt just around the side here. Like I say, that grass will disappear at some point. You won't even notice it. And along here, first instinct was planks, but I think we'll go against the planks for the time being. We could pop logs along here like that, but again, I think we're quite log heavy. So if we try the stripped log right here, I think I could get on board with that. I think I could get on board with that indeed. Yes, so we have them just perched on extra fence posts right here, and then across there we just have them hanging off of the side. Would it be too many, do you reckon, if we had another one just here? Let's have a look at that and see, because obviously if that's the case we're going to need another one on that side, and I'm wondering if 4 might be too many. Let's see how it looks at night, because I think 4 might be too many. However, we may need the light, so we'll have to see. I'll make a couple more fence posts so that we can do the other side. Let's have a look. I'm going to pop one over on the other side. We'll wait for the sun to set wherever it may be. Haven't got too much longer. And we will assess how things look. So while I'm waiting for night, I've just cleared out some of the podzol that was here. There is certainly a place for podzol, don't get me wrong. However, I think it needs to be decorative and tasteful. And if we're going to have podzol, then we need to have deliberately placed it rather than rely on the terrain generation like this, because these odd spots here and there are not very good in my opinion. So there is certainly a space for podzol, but we will place it at our discretion. for the time being we'll just gather it all up. And perfect, the sun is beginning to set, and finally the light of our life, i.e. this bridge, is now coming into fruition. And maybe let's just get a bit of a distanced look at it here. I think, though I was reserved about it, I think actually having 4 lanterns hanging off of the side is probably about right. Keeps everything nice and illuminated. What is our light level? Level 8 as well. So does that maintain all the way through? Well, we have a 7 on the half slabs. Hostile mobs spawn in light levels of 7 and below. Block light level 7 and below on the left hand side there. Half slabs don't count. So there's a bit of a danger spot in the middle here. Bit of a danger spot in the middle. But otherwise is very much okay. Well, I think we can work with that. I think we can work with that for sure. Very, very good. I am happy with this. This went a lot better than I expected. I thought I'd be here for hours trying to figure this out. And as it turns out, it's only been about 1. So, wonderful. We're beginning to make some progress, which is good. I also drew the land back a little bit here, just so we have some space to work with as soon as we come off from the bridge. Now, what do we move on to next? Because that is the bridge taken care of. Let's destroy the whole sign. Why not? Let's go mad. So next up, we've got to flatten the land and tidy the coastline. That's all stuff that I can do off camera, though. I won't worry about that too much. I'll take care of that between episodes. The plan now is, I guess, basically to begin building our wooden fortress. And what I'm anticipating is that the wall will come through this mountainside right here and stretch through currently where the beacon is now and off around in that direction. So there will be a small amount of coastline outside, but then we're just going to have the wooden walls. So we need to think of something to basically do in this little peninsula here that runs around these 3 sides where the bridge is. I think maybe just a couple of huts and stuff, maybe like a horse mooring station and that sort of thing, I think might be a good thing to have. Just a couple of little decorative huts and small houses, maybe, that sort of thing. A couple of little outbuildings, nothing too fancy. I think that's going to be what we will do. But that'll be for another episode. Thank you very much for watching this one. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do feel free to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below letting me know what you thought. Let me know what you think of the bridge. I really like the bridge. What I think I might do is when I get some spruce wood maybe, or some like darker wood logs, we will change out these bottom ones for the darker logs so it looks like they're a bit saturated with the water and they've taken on some of that water. I think that'll be a good idea. So I'll do that as well. Yeah, let me know what you think. I really like this. I really like it indeed. Next episode we will build some houses and some huts out here, I reckon. In the meantime, I'll tidy the coastline. I'll flatten the hill over there, and maybe begin working on trying to get that cave spider farm looking a bit nicer, and get that into a position where in an episode we can just nice and quickly get that set up. But I think that's gonna do us. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, you can make creeper noises now because there are some down here. Thank you very much for watching once again. I will see you all next time. Let's just get up to the platform and have a little look at that space. Can't see it because of all the trees. Oh dear me. Never mind. The other good thing as well is that now we have a bridge, we know where to lead a path through the jungle towards. So we can also begin to work on that as well at some point, which would be very, very good to get started indeed. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.